living in. I'm reaching for the heavens, trying to make something out of none. Can't be front, I hear stunned, talking loud, saying nothing. Currency chasing cross, country been ducking and punches all my life. Sleep by day, creep by night, hustling hard to make it right. Did the crime, paid the price, and damn it feel good just to step up in the spotlight. One time by outside and all my homies dead died, dealing with the hard time. Trap between thin line, please don't offend. Mapping down on this dirty grind since the age of 9, drinking wine, getting high. Used to be young and buck wild, now we wild like the old house. Sitting back, looking out, surviving these streets. The only way we know how to live and die in the South. Trying to make it out, tell me what's it all about. Life ain't
leave this world today, I only have one thing to say. Life ain't easy, life ain't fair. Life is good, life is bad, life is all that we have. Life ain't easy, oh no, no.
Alright, Blakk Too Strong Mega-Blast, Aziatikk Blakk in the building. What's going on, family? Alright, let's see here. Okay, we're talking about once again tonight a couple of things that we have had kind of on a frequent upscale in the last few days, and we're gonna do some live callers tonight, and we're gonna have to see exactly what we can get done about all of these particular situations. First thing I want to invite y'all to do, man, is share everything. If you're on social media, on Facebook or YouTube, you will be checking me out on my platform. So make sure that you share and also invite. And if you have anybody in the system that's locked up in these facilities, please, 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 man, support these people. You understand what I'm saying? This is very, very, very important. Now, I got somebody on the line that caught abreast of this kind of early. Now, I don't know exactly how these things work, man, but you know, today's time, man, things get around. So I want to invite a guest that happened to give me a call a little bit earlier by the name of one of my player partners, man, Jason Garrett. And I got him on the line right now. What's going on with you, Jason?
Stop gravitating to Aziatikk. Good to hear your voice, man.
Yes, sir, man. In light of all the situations that's going on right now, man, we're gonna talk briefly, man. And if we happen to give a break in the phone or whatever the case may be, man, you're welcome to give me a call back. But
that's what's up. That's what's up.
Let's talk about first of all, man. Introduce yourself to the people, man. I'm gonna give them a slight. Well, actually, what I'll do is I'll let you get your whole introduction, man, and I'm gonna put your face on the screen, man, as you tell about your situation. Go ahead, man.
Yeah, this is the big nose Jew, you know. Like the Aziatikk say, my biological stride, Jason Garrett, but nevertheless, I just want to share a little enlightenment on the fact that, you know, a lot of times we're dehumanized as felons, and, you know, nobody really speaks up for it, but a lot of times, like I say, you know, it's just, you know, we're not bulletproof, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just really trying to seek a little intellectual justification today, trying to see, you know, if you got any felon in your family, you know, like you say, support them, you know, because it's out, they not always, you know, bad as people try to make them seem, you know. So today what we're really trying to raise awareness to is, you know, this inalienable right, you know, this God-given right, this human right, you know, being able to protect yourself. And like I say, the Second Amendment. So, you know, it's a God-given right that you're supposed to be able to protect yourself against imminent threat, you know, immediate threat before it becomes imminent. And like I say, you know, I was wondering a lot of times, you know, trying to get this, like I say, intellectual justification on what is a fella to do when he's faced with a you know, life or death situation.
Right.
You know, what is you know, when he's you know, there's a Second Amendment. Since it no longer applies to him, quite naturally, the castle doctrine no longer applies, self-defense no longer applies. So, you know, what options are available to a felon when, you know, when, like I say, when an assailant, you know what I'm saying, shoots into an occupied dwelling with deadly intentions, you know, what when it's too late to run, hide, or call police, what options are available to the felon? You know, when he's home invasions, you know, things of that nature. You know, what is the felon to do when his life is on the line? So, again, I just been looking for some intellectual justification on that fact, trying to make sure that you know, people don't end up like my boy Cap did. You know, he was shot 14, 16 times right there in his own driveway, and you know, the media stated that he was the 62nd homicide. Now, I understand y'all had 80-some odd homicides in Jackson for the year 2019, but the media said nothing about him being a felon prohibited from protecting his own life. So I would just wonder what options was available to him, you know, being a felon.
Right.
You know, he like myself was a non-violent offender. You know, paid his debt to society over 20-some odd years ago. And the fact that, you know, him being at home, you know what I'm saying, there was like a home invasion, people sitting there at his house waiting on him when he returned from the barbershop and shot him down in cold blood. So I was just wondering what particular option was available to him, you know, and just trying to raise a little awareness to the situation, because a lot of times people tell you, you know, you should have had a dog, you should have thrown some rocks, but, you know, quite naturally, a 2.5-inch knife or pepper spray mace will not defend you against an imminent threat when a gun is involved.
Right.
So anyway, the phone finna cut off, Black, but I'm meant to call you back.
Okay, man, give me a call back, man. I'm gonna be on here for a minute. I wish there was some way you could look at the show, man. But feel free to give me a call back, man. I'm gonna be on here for probably about an hour, man. So give me a call back in about 30 minutes if you can.
That's what's up.
All right,
But
I appreciate
like
you for calling
get that
in.
intellectual justification for me, man. See what that third option is.
Yes, sir. All right, that was my man Jason Garrett. A lot of you all around Jacktown know who he is and know about these situations, man. And in light of that, we also want to jump into what's going on with the MDOC and things of that nature. So with that being said, if I'm gonna drop, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and open the phone lines up in a little bit. I do want to make sure I get Jason back on here in a little bit. But for those of y'all that's in the comment sections on YouTube and Facebook, if you're checking me out right now, make sure you put your comments, your questions down below, and maybe we can get some of these answered as we get some call-ins a little bit later on. This is going to be a lengthy thing, so I hope y'all got time to deal with it. All my people that's on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with anybody that you can, and let's get some positivity coming out of some of these situations. Okay, now I have something that I want to show you all via, let's see, let me bring it up here. I named this Exposed for a reason. And I was graced enough to get an inspection. Okay, and I'm gonna try to bring this on my screen and let y'all take a look at what I have here. Hopefully we don't get no feedback from any of. Okay, I got that off the line there, and let me try to bring this in some so y'all can keep up with it and be able to see it. And also we're going to be hearing from Trooper the Don a little bit later on. Let me get this lower third off the screen so y'all be able to see. And I want y'all to check out some of these conditions. All right? We're going to take our time and scurry down through this. And as I do that, let me do one more thing. Also, I want to share this with my brother so that he'll be able to see it. And let's see. Okay. I'm going to share it with him via YouTube. And we'll be able to dialogue about some of this stuff. Okay. All right, as we do this, I'm going to put this on the screen and let y'all take a look at it. This is the Mississippi State Penitentiary Parchman 2019 Health Inspection Annual Report. I want y'all to take a look at that. Once again, I'm going to give you time to share this with somebody. Go ahead and do that if you will. All right. Just take a look at that right now. Go ahead and share it with somebody. And jot down that information also. If y'all allow me, I'm going to take my time and go through this because I want to make for sure that y'all know about it and know exactly what is going on with these facilities. This is an inspection that does not lie. This is black and white. And I was graced to get it. And we're going to put it out here. Okay. Y'all give me a minute here to share this with a partner of mine. And a lot of y'all have people on the inside that y'all talk to from time to time. We did a rally today at the state capitol, and I was very it was quite disturbing to see some of these ladies out there, man, that have sons and husbands locked up and they don't know what to do. They're scared to speak out because they don't know what's going to happen to their loved ones on the inside. I did a special last night. I'm not going to mention that tonight because it's a lot of things involved with these facilities, and you know, when you don't know what to do, it tells us biblically what this is, but everybody is not on that level. I give that type of information out. I did last night, so we can talk about that all night. I'm gonna refrain from that tonight and try to let the voice of the people be heard. And once again, y'all give me one more minute. I'm sharing this with a couple of people. And y'all, please, please help me share this. Please do that. Okay? Help me share this with the community, man, because we need this. And I am here for this type of thing. So let's look at this inspection. All right? I'm going to read this as we go down through it. The facility's name is Mississippi State Penitentiary, Parchman, Mississippi, Highway 49 West, 38728. This is the address to the facility. And this inspection came from June of last year, 2019. So it's rather current. Environmental sanitation deficiency. As y'all can see here, Unit 29, Building A, Zone A. Look at it for yourself. Oh, and one more thing. This is inspected by Rayford Horton, Environmental Administrator, Institutional Services, P.O. Box 1700, Jackson, Mississippi 39215-1700. Okay? And the phone number is 601-576-7693. Now let's jump into this. It says here, Unit 29, Building A, Zone A, Cell 22, no lights, hole in wall near sink. Cell 24, no lights. Cell 25, no lights. Cell 26, no lights. Cell 30, no lights. Cell 31, no lights. Cell 34, no lights, no sockets. Cell 38, no lights. Cell 41, no lights. No lights in shower. Cells, no lights, number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20, and 21. Cell number 7, inoperable. That means it does not operate, period. Cell number 11, no cold water at lavatory sink. Man, these conditions are bad. Bottom shower, no light, no hot water at lavatory sink. Now, if you don't know, or a person doesn't know what that means when it says no hot water, this goes a long way with sanitation. We need hot water in order to clean things thoroughly, to take hot showers, to be healthy, and other things. And a lot of times they don't even drink water. I mean, it gets worse than what's on this sheet. And I know this for a fact because this has been told. All right? If y'all can keep up with me now. And also, along with that other one, bottom shower, no light, no hot water, lavatory sink, and knob number 2. Oh, and knob. Okay, so there's no hot water, lavatory sink, and knob. Second sink missing the whole faucet. Cell 16, inoperable toilet. And also the lights out in the day room. Let me say first that this is page number 1 that I just completed. And if I'm correct, there are 40 pages of this. 40 pages, people. If y'all are on social media, I'm going through this and I'm paying attention to my screen. I am not ignoring your comments. So make for sure you keep commenting. I'm gonna try to hang for as long as I can. As long as y'all can hang with me, I'm gonna hang with y'all, and we're gonna look down through this thing. Okay, so keep up with me. I'm trying to keep up with 2 phones here and look at comments and all of that good stuff. We're down to our second page. So let me go down and see what we have here. All right. I hope I'm loud and clear for everybody. If I'm not, let me know. Okay. Let's see here. And I'm going to bring my Facebook page up on my second phone so I can kind of keep up with some things here. All right. Let's go a little bit further. Unit 29, Building A, Zone B. Tower door broken. No power in building. Cell 66, no hot water at lavatory sink. Cell 67, no power. Water pressure low at lavatory sink. Cell 68, no cold water. No window screen. Cell 69, no power. Cell 70, no power. No cold water at lavatory sink. Cell 71, no cold water at lavatory sink. Cell 72, need light bulb, complaining of rats and roaches. Cell 72, need light bulb, no, that's the same one. Excuse me. Cell 81, no power, no water at lavatory sink. Cell 82, black mold in shower. No power, no water at lavatory sink. Cell 83, power runs off cell 60. So they bootlegging power. Okay, so what I mean, wow. This is sick. Okay. Man, this is crazy. Cell 83 power runs off cell 60. Cell 84 power runs off cell 60. No cold water at lavatory sink, hole in mattress. Cell 85, no water at lavatory sink, no lights. Cell 79, no cold water at lavatory sink. Cell 45, no water at lavatory sink. Cell 46, 48, 53, 60, 61, 64, no lights. All of these cells. Cell 46, 48, 55, inoperable lavatory sink. 56, lavatory sink is leaking. All of this is playing a part on these people's health, man. This is inhumane. Cell 47, low water pressure at lavatory sink. Cell 59, no hot water at lavatory sink. Number 62, no cold or hot water at lavatory sink. Day room 9, lights out. This is page number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, please share this with anyone that you can. Start watch parties. Do whatever you have to do. Okay. Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook and also YouTube. All right, Unit 29, Building B, Zone A. Cell 23, no hot water at lavatory sink. Cell 26, no lights. 27, no water at lavatory sink. 28, 30, and 31, no lights. Cell 35, no water and no lights. All right. Cell 40, no lights. Water fountain, constantly running water. No lights in shower. Lavatory sink, running water constantly. Cell 43, no hot water. Cell 44, no cold water. A zone, exit door won't open. Cell 21, 17, 14, 9, 4, 3, 2, no lights. Cell 18, sink constantly runs. Cell 14, inoperable lavatory sink. Second bottom shower missing faucet, no water. Day room 4, lights out. Unit 29, Building B, Zone B. Hallway. Exposed wires and tiles missing. So in actuality, these folks can get shocked at any time, electrocuted. This is straight madness. Drain plug on tower draining into garbage can. Cell 66 and 67 and 68, no lights, no hot water, and 68. Shower constantly running, sink stops up. Cell 69, no lights. Toilet inoperable. Cell 70, no power. Cell 73, no power. Cell 77, no lights, no mattress, holes in walls. Cell 80, no lights. Cell 79, no lights. Cell 85, no power. 86, no power. 88, no mattress. Mop, sink stopped up in hallway. Cells 64, 63, 62, 61, 59, 58, 57, 55, 54, 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, no lights. Cell 65, 61, 54, inoperable sink. Bottom shower, no lights. First shower, inoperable. Cell 50, no cold water and hot water, knob broken on lavatory sink. Unit 29, Building C, Zone A. Let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Cell 34, no power, no window screen. 35, no power, no window screen. 36, 37, no power, no window screen. Cells 44, 45, 46, 47, no power. Cell 48, hole in wall, no screen. 49, hole in wall. 54, no power. 55, no power. 56, no power. 57, no power. 59, no lights. First faucet and shower out of order. Wall plaster peeling. I'm at page number 4, and I'm tired. So what does that tell you about these people that are going through these conditions every day? Every day, people. And you talking about a damn gangbang? All right, let me ask a question. What in the world would you do if this were your house? How would you feel? No power, no water. Everything, almost everything that you need. I'm talking about necessities, not wants. Necessities that you gotta have to live. You don't have. All right? Woman, it's hot as hell in here. Turn that heater down. I'm getting hot in here talking about this stuff. Wife over there got the heater blasting. All right, let's move on. Sales 60, 61, 62, 63, no power. Pipe chase opened next to sale 64. I'm trying to figure that one out. Pipe chase opened. I can't. I'm trying to imagine what that could be. Pipe chase opened next to. I guess it's a pipe that's hanging out of the wall that's open next to the cell number 64. Need water cooler on zone. Cell 93 through 97, no power. And in cell 93, sink does not work.
They don't even have a water cooler
I mean,
in the whole zone.
that's what it says. This.
See, you overlooking that. That's terrible.
No, actuality, it's all of this is. I don't have. I'm at a loss for words with it all. Shower drains stopped up, one sink inoperable. Shower next to cell 98 urinals, and one toilet inoperable. So you gotta realize, people, what these men have to fight against every day, and the amount of aggravation that each of these people have. Once again, man, share this with somebody. Y'all go ahead and share this with somebody, like right now. I'm probably gonna have to do a part 2 to this, cause ain't no way I'm gonna get through all of this, and y'all really it really sinks in what's going on here. So I'm inviting y'all to share this once again. Please share this. This is mad. This is crazy. This is insane.
Someone says Michael Guest is a state rep. Someone should be on his heels about this.
I mean, yes and no. Let's scurry on down through this a little bit further. Cell 99, no lights. 100, 101, 102, 103, no power. Cells 107, hole in wall near outlet. Cell 114, no lights, holes in wall. Cell 82, a bird nest.
We're not even.
Leaking water from the pipes downstairs. Now, if you don't believe that this stuff is real, I don't know what to tell you. I myself have seen some of these conditions. I have been graced and cursed to be able to be affiliated with the last 2 mass incarceration rallies. Now, a person might ask me, what do you mean by blessed or graced and cursed. You got to realize the mental strain and stress that comes with seeing your brothers and sisters have to go through these types of conditions. And a lot of us take slavery and oppression that our forefathers and foremothers had to go through, we take that lightly. This is nothing compared to that. But this is something due to the time and the date, because bodies are not made like they used to. People are not as grounded as they used to be. Our mental conditions are much worse than they used to be. It seems that it's better, but in actuality, it's worse in some conditions. Okay, so you have to pay attention to this. I hope this is not a caller. If it is and you are live, please text me at the same number you just called from, if that's a caller. I want to get through a little bit more of these inspection sheets before I open the phone lines. So hold on a minute if you don't mind. All right, first sink, downstairs, inoperable. Second sink, no cold water. Day room lights in 20. Unit 29, building C, zone B. Missing lights above beds in 65 and 66. Bed 69 and 70 need mattress.
So what they sleeping on?
On concrete. I have pictures to show that, to prove that, how these people are living.
So they not on.
Bird nest above bed 72 and 82. So you got birds above your bed, a bird nest above your bed.
He's saying at least he do got a bed.
This is not an at least factor. This, I mean, it's not an at least factor. This is kind of, this is terrible. I mean, these buildings are in that bad of a shape to where birds are inside of the building. It's like having an old condemned house. Holding wall above, holding window screen above bed 92. First shower downstairs, no lights, water fountain missing. Day room lights out in 16. Unit 29, building D, zone A. All mattresses torn, blowers inoperable. Cell 29, toilet inoperable. Cell 40, 41, 42, 43, no power. Cell 44, 45, 46, 47, no power, no cold water at lavatory sink. Cell 48, no lights. 49, bird nest. Cell 58, no power. 59, no power. 60, no power, no mattress, no water. Cell 94, 96, no mattress. Cell 98, no power. Cell 99, no lights. Cell 100, 101, 102, bird nest in window. Cell 103, bird nest in window. 104, 105, 106, 107, no lights. 108, 109, no power. Bird nest above 6 and 22. Bed 6 and bed 22. Downstairs restroom, no cold water at lavatory sink. First sink, second sink, missing faucet. And also, something else comes to mind. I see in the comment section about power. But what about, I mean, man, this...
I'd rather have water.
Okay, and I see also something about taxes, tax money. But you got, if I'm not mistaken, and somebody correct me if you know better, some of these facilities have companies that fund the prisons.
Oh yeah.
So I'm trying to figure out where's all of this money going.
I can't answer that.
And if I'm not mistaken, somebody tell me in the comment section on YouTube and Facebook, they actually get paid per body.
Yeah.
And all of this stuff is broken and not working. Okay. I'm gonna let my wife answer this phone because it may be some very important people calling. Move your hand. So I'm gonna let her handle that while I read a little more of this. Let's jump down to Unit 29 building.
Inmate.
Excuse me?
Inmate.
Okay,
I don't know what to do.
it's an inmate. Collect the, don't put it on speaker.
Okay, what you mean do? Press.
Listen to it. Okay, we got an inmate calling. Hopefully we can get him online. All right, cell 29, no power, hole in wall. Cell 30, no power, torn mattress. Cell 31, no power, torn mattress. Cell 32, no power, torn mattress. Cell 33,
He's on the phone.
no power, torn mattress. Okay, I got an inmate. So we're gonna take a break on this one. Who's on the line?
Say one person to talk to.
Okay.
Yeah, don't take no break. We need to go live.
No, we still live. We still live, Mr. Garrett. I was taking a break from. I was reading the people, man, the inspection. From Unit 29. So I was telling them we're gonna take a break on that for a minute. I'll be back with y'all in just a second. I got Mr. Garrett back on the line. Let me ask you a couple of questions. What facility are you at?
Well, I'm up here in Florida right now in Sunflower County.
Sunflower County. What's the name of the facility?
That's what it is, Sunflower County. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hopefully y'all can hear him pretty good. It's got a little static in the line. All right. Once again, we're talking to Jason Garrett, aka Big Nose Jew, and he wants to share his opinions and some comments, man, about these facilities, man, and different things. I wasn't graced to. We didn't talk before, so we couldn't brief one another on what to talk about. So I'm gonna open the line and let him talk to the people. And if y'all have any questions, put them in the comment section. Maybe my wife, or maybe I can see them. I'm trying to do 50 things at one time, so I'm kind of stir crazy. Y'all excuse me. But go ahead, man. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Talk to the people. Once again, this is Jason Garrett.
What I'm really trying to do, like I said, Black, is really just put a little trivia out there, man. You know, I know that these people got loved ones that's locked in different facilities, you know, from the Delta to the coast. And I'm pretty sure, you know, they be wanting to show them love and everything. But nevertheless, you know, like I said, I'm not really concerned about the past. I'm more or less advocating for the future, for the inmates, for the convicts, once they're released. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times I like to ask them, you know, what you gonna do when you know you're face to face with that gun? You know, quite often, the urban communities all across this great nation, man, is high crime, drug infested war zones a lot of times, and you know we're unprotected by the Constitution. The Bill of Rights no longer apply to us. You know, we can't possess firearms. You know, and like I said, a lot of times when we work or live in these high crime areas, you know, conflict resolution. You know, it's inevitable. It's reoccurring in everybody's life. So a lot of times when that gun comes up, you know, I'm trying to see what options I do to the fella. You know, what you gonna do when you're faced with that home invasion? Because right now you can't now have a firearm. What you gonna do, you know, when somebody is trying to assault you with deadly intentions. You know, when it's too late to run, hide, or call the police, what options are available to the felon? He's not bulletproof. You know, he's not bulletproof. So I was just wondering if we might be able to get your audience, since they're so intelligent. You know, I love to listen to you people because y'all cover a lot of topics, and I just want to try to get some kind of intellectual commentary on, you know, what options are available to them. You know, real life options. I don't want to hear nothing about no dog. I don't want to hear nothing about no rock. I want to know when he's face to face with a life or death situation, what options are available to him. So again, ask your neighbor, that's the felon. Ask your kinfolk, that's the felon. Ask him what he's going to do if he's face to face with death. You know, in many situations before it turns imminent, what option do he have? What is he going to do? Because you know, even as a felon, you know he's supposed to have a knife over 3 inches long. But let's face it, you know, a 2.5-inch knife or pepper spray mace is not going to compete or defend against a gun. You know, so at the same time, I just need some intellectual justification on what's the third option. Because it's time out for being judged by 12 or carried by 6. And like I said, these frustrations, they remain absent from news media, you know, from the debate stage, from the campaign trail, you know, but all at the same time, Republicans and Democrats alike, you know, they advocate for the Second Amendment a lot of times and passionately advocate for it. But at the same time, the felon has been stripped of that right. The cancer doctrine, you know, no longer applies to him. Obviously, self-defense no longer applies to him. You know, so what are you going to do if the home invasion? You know what I'm saying? So I'm just really trying to get some feedback on that, Blakk, and I appreciate you reaching out to the public, man, and you know, your nationwide listeners, and trying to get some kind of justification on it, man, because, again, we're at a catch-22. You know, we need to try to be enlightened on what's the third option.
Okay, so for the people that's out there, I hope y'all can hear him pretty clearly. Every now and then it gets a little static in the line. We already know what that is, but his question to the public is, what options do a person have, maybe convicted felon or whatever the case may be, what options do you have when you face with a life and death situation, and you know your hands are against the wall, and let's cut through the chase. He's talking about a straight life and death situation. We ain't talking about no pepper spray. We ain't talking about no dogs. We ain't talking about neighbors watching neighbors and all of that. You know, we can speak on that. But at the same time, when things are at the heat of the moment, what options do you have? So if there's anybody in the comment section on YouTube or Facebook, please answer that question. What options?
It seems to me that the felon only has two options. You know, if he chooses to be prepared, you know, because we live in a high-crime, drug-infested war zone, if he chooses to be prepared for that imminent threat, then quite naturally, he's going to jail. If he's not prepared, you might end up like my partner, shot 14 to 16 times at his own domain. Because again, he's not protected under the Constitution to even protect the cancer doctrine. You know, he can't protect his home, his property, his family, or himself. So he was gunned down. He was named the 67th homicide of Jackson. You know, quite likely y'all had 85 plus this year. So, I mean, you know, who needs the protection? The people in the gated community that saying that we shouldn't have potential, or the people that's living in this war zone daily. You know, and like I said, this guy was, you know, like myself, a service, non-violent offender.
Right.
You know, they were convicted over 25, 26 years ago. So another trivia question. Does the convicted felon lose the right to bear arms indefinitely? If so, you know, what options are available to the 50s and 60s, the 70-year-old senior in the community that made a felonious mistake at 18, 19, or 21 years of age? So, I mean, it's just some things that, you know, I want to immerse your audience into the world of the convict, to the felon. And, you know, like I say, ask some honest questions, you know, be honest with yourself and truthful with us, and see, you know, how fair is it? You know, because again, it remains absent from the media. You know, they said that he was the 62nd homicide of this year, but it stated in no commentary that he was a felon prohibited by law from protecting himself.
Right.
You know, it makes me look at Tupac situation from a whole other perspective. You know, he could have ultimately stopped his own execution if he
Right.
wasn't a felon. You
Right.
know, but by him being a felon and afraid of being uh, 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 killed in another institution, quite naturally, he neglected his inalienable right of the Constitution.
Right.
He went without a firearm. So again, he lost his life.
Right.
So we losing lives on both ends, brother. We losing lives to the gun. And then quite naturally, you know, we got a lot of people that's been arrested in jail simply because they exercising their Second Amendment rights. You know, it's really a culture war. The fact that, you know, we live in these high crime areas, people are prompted to take full advantage of these open carry, concealed carry gun laws. Well, what is these the felons that made a felonious mistake 5, 10, 15, 20 years ago? You know, he's at a major disadvantage. But at the same time, he's face to face with conflict resolution daily. We all know that gun violence is an overt act used to end confrontation and conflict. Well, where does that lead the convicted felon? You know, so again, you know, we just want to see what's the third option. You know, judged by 12, judged by 6 shouldn't be the only option. What's the third option? Real live intellectual justification. We waiting on it.
Okay, so people, once again, he needs answers to this question. Now, I know you remember Blakk the Blakk Jr., Uncle Jr. Uncle Jr. said he thinks there is a law in place where a three ex-convict can protect his home with a deadly force. He said he think it is. Let's see if I have any more comments on that. You did hear what I just said on that one, right?
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, but we sure need a legislature or some type of law made to really adopt it, to really certify that.
Okay. All right. So this is what I'm gonna do with that, Jew. I'm gonna write that question down, baby. Write that question down. He wants to
That's
know.
my homework trivia.
Yeah. What options do a convict have in protecting his own life when he can't carry a firearm? That's the question. That's the big question of the day.
That's the big question of the day. And also, if you know, does the convicted felon lose his right to protection indefinitely? I mean, is it 10, 20, 30 years? At what point can he reacquire his right?
Right.
Because again, you know, when you become a senior in these high crime, drug-infested areas where you got the youngsters, like I say, taking full advantage of these new laws, it's a culture war. You know, you still got open carry, concealed carry, carry on their hip. But you know, you become an elderly person that's living and working in these same facilities. What do?
You know. Let me say this, Jew. I think, you know, well, for the people that's listening, I do want the question. I want the question answered. We want answers. But let me say this. All the time, don't hide behind the fact that, you know, we can say all day long, this is how it is, and it's never gonna change, and you know. But I'm gonna say faith without works is no good. I'm gonna leave it at that. I can't talk up all the time. So we want questions answered, and the main question is, what option does a convict have in protecting his family and himself? Himself first of all, and his family. And if he does have to protect himself, what is being done? How does these rights come back to that particular person if he has to use deadly force in order to protect himself? These rights of carrying a firearm. What just no rights at all? So these rights are being stripped from us, these individuals, and they're just out here naked, cold. And he was speaking on, a lot of y'all know, if you from Jackson, Mississippi and surrounding areas, y'all all know about Cap that got murdered a little while back in that particular situation. So it was in reference to that particular situation and more.
You got Cap, you got Bozo, you got Tony Brown that came in on some people that was burglarizing his house. Man, that was just one is a tragedy. But 5 or 10 lives a year is a statistic. And we're losing lives more than people think. The news media will not speak on it, but like I say, he again was an unloving offender, prohibited by law to protect his own life. He lost his life. Bozo the same way. Tony Brown the same way. Ask the question, how many more unarmed felons was killed in 2019? And you'll be surprised. 2018, 2017, and on back, you'll be surprised. But actually, listen, if they know of any felon that was assaulted, look at Mario Mercer. He's paralyzed right now in a wheelchair. Came outside of West Town. He was far across the street at Blakk, and he seen him, talking his money in the air, making it rain, following right on the street, trying to rob him. He wouldn't give it up. They shot him. Fractured his spine. The man paralyzed right now indefinitely, simply because he was prohibited by law from protection. So again, everybody that advocates for the Second Amendment, what about us?
Okay. All right, his time is getting low. I want to read this one for Junior. Also said expungement he has to go and make the proper moves to get them rights back after getting out. So expungement.
Okay, that requires a lawyer. A lot of the inmates are indigent. No money, no lawyer. I mean, it should be something that's retroactive and automatic.
Right. Okay, so Junior, he says, what if you can't afford a lawyer and it's a ton of things that's blocking it. That's basically what Jew is saying. Okay. So Jew, I'm gonna get whether I know you'll be getting in contact with me. So I'm gonna keep these questions going, and we're gonna get some answers, and I want to invite you back to the show. So give me a call, man, whenever you can. Give me a call back, man, and we'll try to get this done. All right, the phone hung up. So the question is, what options do a convict have when these rights have been taken? They're scared to tote firearms because of getting caught, going back to jail, and other things. And then if you do protect yourself and you have to go to jail, what do you do upon getting out, getting your life back, making sure you're trying to stay clean, you're trying to protect your family, your wife, your kids, if it's a male, if it's a female, you're trying to protect yourself, whatever the case may be, and you don't have the rights to carry a firearm in order to protect yourself. And I think that's a very important question also. So if you're on Facebook and YouTube, put your comments down below to these questions. I'm gonna go back and read some more of these disturbing facts, man, on what's going on with this. I don't even know what to call it, man. It's crazy. But I'm gonna put them back on the screen here for a minute. Let me get my lower third off. We're gonna read some more of these, and then I got another. Trooper the Don did a vlog a little bit earlier, and I got the vlog, and I want to make for sure. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna go ahead and show that now, and then I'm gonna come back to this inspection sheet. Now, this inspection sheet is bad. It's very bad. But I'm going to show y'all this vlog that came from Trooper the Don in case someone has, I know a lot of y'all got jobs. Y'all, got to go to sleep. Okay, let's show this vlog. All right, I'll be right back.
I don't care. Look, I'm just going to go on into it, man. Y'all just share this shit with these niggas, man. Hopefully they'll hear it and understand what's going on. The first thing we got to understand about parchment, man, is got to understand the rule of law. And the way that the rule of law in the state of Mississippi is being implemented. Granted, there's a lot of things about the laws that need to change, but there's equally a lot of things about the mentalities of the individuals that got to change. You know what I'm saying? So the mentality of the individual got to change. And there's some proponents of the law that has to change too. I've been in Parchment a couple of times. The average person in the state of Mississippi has been to Parchment. You understand what I'm saying? The average man in the state of Mississippi that been incarcerated, have been in prison because it's a prison state. That's what they pride themselves upon. It makes their bread and butter. So a lot of this having to do with the rule of law. A lot of it has to do with politics. A lot of this shit has to do with leadership. A lot of it has to do with education. A lot of it got to do with prison reform and rehabilitation. A lot of it got to do with gang violence. A lot of it got to do with just punishment, period. But the most important thing to be able to prevent and circumvent all of this shit is to be able to think with a renewed type of consciousness. And you know, in these prison systems, you got all these different gangs. You got the GDs, you got the Vice Lords, you got the Stones, you got the Crips, you got the Bloods, etc., etc., etc. You got Masons, you got Elks, you got all different various factions. And many of these people that's with this violent shit, you know, they come off the street with this type of mentality into the penitentiary. Just like in hindsight, some people come out of the penitentiary and go back into the street with that fucked up ass mentality and think that that's going to work. Then you got people in the penitentiary that are put in position to lead and regulate the affairs of certain organizations. And in many instances, they themselves are uneducated, but they lead individuals with laws and regulations that illustrate and dictate that you should be educated, that you should have some sense of diplomacy about yourself, and that you shouldn't attack your brothers and your sisters. You know, that fighting with anybody should be absolutely the last resort of anything, man. Of anything. But then a whole lot of politics come into play in regards of what's going on in Parchment. Now, when I did time in Parchment, I did 3 bids in Parchment. The first time I went to Parchment, I did 9 calendars, right at 10 years in Parchment. I did time in Unit 29. And when I was at 29, I looked around and I was used to wonder why all my homeboys went, and come to find out, hell, they were right there in Parchment. People I hadn't seen in years was right there in Parchment, living under them conditions. It's for some of those who are tuning in to this Facebook narration, y'all understand where I'm coming from. You've been there with me, you done that. So stop stunning, stop fronting like you don't know what's going on. It's time for you to lift your voice. Now, the rule of law is a very important thing for any society to thrive and for any society to grow. But in the words of Mr. Johnson, I read an actual citation, a case law, when I was at Parchment, Unit 29 Law Library, when they had the law library. I think it was Johnson versus State, and the court decided that prison is not for punishment. That's why it's not called the Mississippi Department of Punishment. It's called the Mississippi Department of Corrections. If you'll notice the change in the trend in terminology and how the narration has shifted from rehabilitation to prison reform. Because it's simple. They have came to the conclusion that rehabilitation does not actually solve the problem. It only soothes the pain. When you rehabilitate yourself, okay, you may stop smoking. You may stop drinking. You may even get a regimented discipline program to help you work out and get back into your physical workout program. You may even stop cussing. You may even start going to church. All this is a part of rehabilitation. But there is no mental, there's no psychological, there's no educational reform. And so the person, though they have made certain rehabilitated moves, they are not actually reformed. And one of the reasons why they're not actually reformed, because prison officials are put in a position to regulate the affairs of the policies, the rules and the regulations of these facilities. Okay, and these institutions. These are the individuals that you're going to have the problems with. It's not the rule, it's the people put in place to enforce the rule that you have a problem with. So it's a lot that goes into what you see in the Parchment. This ain't the first thing. This ain't the first time this shit didn't happen. In 1995, October, so it was during the Million Man March. I was in Leakesville, Mississippi, Greene County, serving time on a drug-related homicide in which the state of Mississippi, specifically Lowndes County, ended up giving me 14 and a half years to serve. And I sat in that motherfucker from sun up to sundown, worked on the long line. That new compound, well, it can't be called a new compound now because it's been there for a lot of years. It was new when I was there. In fact, it didn't even exist when I was there. Me and along with a lot of other inmates was on the long line, we was there taking hoes, peeling hills back, looked like mountains, to get to peel the grass back so that they can lay the foundation to build that new compound. I was there. I was also there being accused of causing the riot in 1995 in Greene County, in which it caused the National Guard and the Army and all of them people, helicopters and everything to come down there. They banned me from Leakesville, South Mississippi Correctional Facility. If I ever get in trouble in the state of Mississippi, there's one facility they will never house me at, for that specific reason. At this time, the governor was Kirk Fordyce. A lot of you may be too young to understand who that is and what he was about. But contrary to a lot of people believe, he was one racist motherfucker. So we get into politics. People that filibuster the community until, of course, any community need law. Any community need law and order and rules and regulations in order to give that community and their society some kind of civilized structure. But there are individuals right in your city, right in your hometown, who don't even have the gumption to speak up on what's going on. Prison is not for punishment. Prison is for correction. So how do you correct person's actions? It starts with the renewing of the mind. The renewing of the mind. And again, we reflect back up on a lot of these people who are put in position to be leaders of these various organizations. They are no better. How you gonna, you got a leader in a position that's uneducated, barely can read, barely can write, which there is no excuse for that, because I know a bunch of leaders have gone to be renowned leaders who couldn't read or write. Hell, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad had a 3rd grade education, but it wasn't the education. It wasn't about the sense of diplomacy. It was about the renewing of the consciousness, about the mind that put him in a position that was good for his people. So here you got all kind of riots and fires. That ain't nothing. Ask anybody who did time in prison during the riot when they had the freeze over, when you had the shit in garbage cans in the middle of the damn aisleway. This went public. This went public. Ask me what they do about it. Not a damn thing. Okay? I had dogs sicked on me. What happened? What they do about it? Not a damn thing. All because I want to pray. So you got a new officer who come with this slave mentality. This slave master mentality in there, and believe me, they come in there and they start all kind of shit. And you can't too much blame the inmates, because you got to put the blame on the individuals who are in a position to regulate the affairs of the inmates inside of their position in that penitentiary. And that deals with the correctional officials. That deals with the correctional officials. That deals with individuals who are put in positions by taxpayers, voted into these positions to help to reform and bring some kind of restructure to the way that individuals thinking that are incarcerated. Because an individual who is reformed enters back into society productive. It is the prisoners, the ex-convicts, is the one that's going to help the city come up. Well, people out there now don't even want to work. They don't want to do nothing. But you family members who got people inside of prison, all to say that it's a shame on y'all too. Because a lot of y'all ain't doing a goddamn thing for your family member. Then soon as they get out, you run your ass up to them like you've been down with them all the time that they've been down. When you know that's not factual. You know that's not true. You see what I'm saying? So stop playing these games. You know, these people gonna get out of prison. Now, whether they stick to the code or not is on the individual. But it's more to this thing about Parham than what meets the eye. In conclusion, the last thing I want to say, I noticed that a lot of hood people started to voice their opinions about what's going on in Parham. Man, what's been going on in Parham has been going on in Parham ever since Parham has been Parham. You just don't understand, you just not hearing about it because the situation is so overwhelming that they can't help but release it to the public. Then the prison officials tell you all these bullshit of lies like they looking into this, like they looking into that. Let me let you taxpayers know. The state of Mississippi don't give a damn about prison. Do you know that Mississippi had one of the highest prison populations in the union, in fact, in the world? You understand what I'm saying? So stop thinking that these people, don't let these people make you think that they give a damn about no convicts. They don't give a damn about convicts. You know what they used to do to a dead inmate when I was in prison? Once his ass died, they take him and bury his ass in a peach orchard, and that be that. So stop letting these people piss on you and tell you it raining. The commissioner none of them give a fuck about no inmate. They give a fuck about the loss of the money when the inmate died. You understand me? I done been there, I done did time. Plenty of it. So when they stopped people from going to the law library, when they took the educational programs out of the system, when they took the religious, trying to restrict the religious programs out of the system, you had a whole lot of shit going on. Because these gang members was able to participate in these programs, and it helped to restructure and reshape the way that they was thinking, which in turn helped to restructure and reform their actions and their behavior towards one another. At the time I was in prison, you had organizations then, but they were greater structured because you had the old heads and the OGs that had some sense of direction and knew where this thing should have been going. Anytime you got a lot of these youngsters leading some shit, let me tell y'all youngsters something. Y'all just playing in the hands of these evil-ass folks who don't give a damn about you. Ask yourself, would you kill a brother for the shit that you killing a brother for in penitentiary if you was on the street and he did the same thing? You can't be killing nobody for no more than some damn Jack Mackerel or some damn phones or some weed that's being caught or one of them female officers' pussy. Now ask yourself, would you kill a motherfucker on the street for that? So it's something about the mentality of the inmates in Mississippi that has a lot to do with what's going on. They come off the street, they go into the penitentiary, a lot of them join these organizations, don't even know what the organization about. But they can learn. But the worst part is that the person who they go to be put down from, the person that's in position to lead the shit, half of them don't know what the hell the organization is about. So they got all these games going on that the organization ain't got a damn thing to do with. You understand what I'm saying? So parchment more to parchment than what meets the eye. It's more to it than what they telling you. There's a difference between reform and rehabilitation. If a man want to thrive, and if a man want to be prosperous, and if a man want to be successful in society, rehabilitation ain't gonna get you there. Let me give you an example of what rehabilitation is. For some of you that's into real estate, how you gonna have a solid house and your foundation is weak? Okay? So you got to tear the foundation down, build that shit back up, and make it strong from the ground all the way up. Okay? The rehabilitation is that. But if you go inside of that beautiful house, you got shit everywhere, piss all on the couch, everything tore up, everything decompartmentalized and broke down. That's rehabilitation. You look good on the outside, but on the inside, you still fucked up. That's rehabilitation. But when you reform, you renew the whole man. You renew. What the scripture say about the renewing of the mind? So that's why they got away from rehabilitation and start talking about prison reform. The niggas that doing the shit that they doing in the penitentiary don't have a reformed mind. They ain't even working on rehabilitation. They trying to get some brownie points doing the shit that they doing. I've been there. I know what I'm talking about. 3 billions in that motherfucker. Did calendar years in that motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Waka Flocka comes out and make a statement and everybody jumping on the bandwagon. Don't wait for celebrities to speak up on something that you yourself know ain't right, and then you start to speak up on it. Now, if you know it's wrong, take the initiative and stand out against that shit. And you ain't got to worry about who gonna come with you. Because let me tell you, don't you think one man can make a change? Jesus Christ was one man and made the change. Prophet Muhammad was one man and made the change. All you got to do is have the intention to do something good, man. All you got to do is have the intention to do something right, man. That's the only thing that you got to do. You understand what I'm saying? So it's more than meets the eye than parchment. The rule of law is vital for any society to thrive. Yes, it's wrong to commit crime. I was wrong to commit crimes against the society in which I live in, and I paid my debt to society. I ain't out here doing crazy shit no more. Because I wasn't going for that rehabilitation shit that they were talking about. You know how many programs they kicked me out of for voicing my opinions? Hell, I done got banned from a prison before. So it's more to it than that. So it's simple. This is just me. So the individual inmate, the individual convict, has to latch on to something that will keep him out of that shit, man. It starts with the renewing of the mind. We worrying too much about the policies. We worrying too much about the rule. We worrying too much about the law. We worry too much about the tangible objectives that's transpiring during what's going on in Parchment. And we ain't even focusing at all on the way that these motherfuckers think, because the way that they think dictates their actions. Just keep listening. Shit, I might say something that makes some damn sense. Get these fake ass leaders out these organizations and you'll have a structure.
Hey, anyway.
You can close now.
Yeah, I really can close shop behind that, but I ain't. Man, that was some heavy stuff. Hey, listen, he touched on a lot of different things, man. I apologize for the feedback, but my wife was trying to listen at that live inside my little studio, and we got carried away in here. But anyway, let's go to the comment section, baby. What you got on your end over there? What you on, Facebook?
Oh yeah, they quiet.
No, they ain't quiet now. All right, we got Regathering of Israel blog channel. Reform with the Black Messiah. Amen, brother. Law, statutes, and commandments. Amen, brother.
You on YouTube?
I'm on YouTube and Facebook.
Oh, okay.
All right, so that's a very, very tall fact. And matter of fact, if y'all checked it out last night, y'all already know. That's why I told y'all in the beginning of this vlog, refer back to what I told y'all last night. Okay? Now they real quiet on YouTube. Last night they were going ham on YouTube. But on my Facebook side, we got a lot of comments. Shout out to Uncle Junior once again for his answers on what was going on with Jew and his questions. And how you doing, Shakita? Shout out to everybody that's on Facebook. Make sure you share this once again. And I'm going to briefly read a few more of these, I guess, statistics on this inspection list. In case somebody has joined since we first opened this blog. Pauline Rogers said, who and where is this brother that was on YouTube? We speak the same language. That's my brother Zachariah Ben Israel. I can get you in contact with him. So we'll get that done.
Oh, what you talking about, the ones on the...
No, he's talking about the comments that's on YouTube from Zachariah, brother Zachariah. Okay. So with that being said, hold on, what the hell going on here? All right, let me get myself back in focus up here.
Jean Roche say, hello, she's new here.
Who that?
Jean Roche.
Don't know who that is.
Stacey Wilkerson says hello.
Okay, all right. So let's jump back over here on Facebook and see what's going on. And let me go ahead and put these stats, man, back on.
You out of focus.
I straightened it out.
Okay.
I messed around and hit my camera button. I got stuff all over my desk. Just doing bad tonight, y'all. Doing bad. But I'm doing good. All right.
Oh, Shakita told me hello. Hello, Shakita. Blessings, Queen.
All right. We back at, let me see, we still on Unit 29, Building E. So I'm going to read a few more of these, and I'm going to continue with this tomorrow night. Unit 29, Building E, Zone A. We've been through all of the zones down to E. Cell 49, no lights. Cell 60, no power. 61, no power. 62, no power. 63, no power. Cell 64, commode is backed up. Blowers inoperable. So no air. And to be perfectly honest about it, they smelling defecation. Cell 94, no screen. No 2 holes on right side of wall. Cell 95, 96, 97, no lights. Cell 100 through 103, no power. Cell 104 through 107, no power, no mattresses. Cell 108, no power. Cell 109, need light bulb. Cell 110, no power. Cell 111, no power. Cell 112, no power. Cell 113, no power. Cell 120 through 123 needs bulbs. Cell 128, no power. Toilet inoperable, complaining about ice once daily. First urinal downstairs inoperable, second toilet inoperable, sink inoperable, and no light. Water fountain inoperable. These folks are going days without drinking water. Trust me, I know. Days without drinking water. Day room lights out in number 9. No window, screen bed. No window, screen. Bed 6 and 8, no electrical sockets. Leaking above bed 20 from ceiling. So who's ever in bed 20 is when it rains, it's getting leaked on. Coming out of the ceiling, probably rust, all types of bacteria. And if he not sleeping there, then where the hell is he sleeping? He or she, whatever the case may be, I don't want y'all to get tied up in that. Unit 29, Building E, Zone B. No lights. Beds 66 through 68, 69 through 72. Downstairs, first urinal inoperable. First toilet inoperable. And leaking from the bottom. Man. Downstairs, light out, first sink, no hot water at lavatory. Second sink, missing cold water knob. Can't even turn the water on. Day room lights out in 18. Downstairs, shower missing hot water knob. Cold water constantly running. Downstairs, lights out. First sink, no hot water at lavatory sink. Second sink, missing cold water knob. Unit 29, Building F, Zone A. We're going to stop right there at Unit 29, E. And we'll start back there tomorrow night, hopefully. I want to get down into some comments. Baby, you got any questions?
No questions.
Okay, do you see anything that I need to touch bases on over there? I want to get into some of these comments and
Well, I was on YouTube and Regathering of Israel blog channel, he just was saying,
I'm gonna try to get him online here in a second.
When?
In a second. All right, let's see. Let me pull it off screen. Okay, let's see. Okay. All right. Brother Zachariah, call my phone if you can. I don't know if you are able to call the phone or not. And let's dialogue for about 5-10 minutes. I don't want to hold people too long. I done had them now for an hour and almost a half. So if you can call my phone and speak a few words on what you were trying to say in the chat section. Make sure you share this with somebody. If you're on Facebook, go ahead and like Blakk Too Strong Mega-Blast. Blakk Too Strong Mega-Blast. Once again, go ahead and like. And we're going to talk to Brother Zachariah Ben Israel here in a second, hopefully, if he can call my phone. Shout out to Miss Pauline Rogers. All right. This is Brother Zachariah been in Israel. Now, for those of y'all that don't have a very good inclination on what you may call religion, then this part right here may not be for you. But if you can stand it, and if you can stand the truth, then stay on the line. Brother Zachariah, what's going on with you, brother?
All right, my beloved. How you do, my brother?
Yes, sir. What's happening?
In the name of the Black Messiah, Jesus Christ.
Yes, sir.
What's going down?
Nothing much, man. Trying to give a little info, man, on some of this stuff that's going on out here in Mississippi.
Amen. And it's the same thing going on in Mississippi and every other state around the U.S., man.
Yes, sir.
You know, our brothers and sisters fill the prison house, man. Right?
Yes, sir.
That's the major thing. We up there. That's the problem, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our people don't understand, man. We keep looking for legislation and all this stuff right here, right? Instead of our God. See, nobody wants to realize this ain't nothing but affliction that come from the Black Messiah because of what we have become in America.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what has happened to us, man.
Okay.
That's right. Look at all the black leaders been hollering all this time. A long time our black leaders been trying to get us to reform, right? And come and do something different. But we have never, took the commitment between ourselves as a people, as black folks, man, to come out of the white man system. And this is exactly why we're dying in their system.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, my brother, if you can go to start this, let's go to Hosea, the 5th chapter. This is prophecies from the Most High.
Let me pull it up online because I'm on my main computer. Let me pull it up online.
All right.
Hosea, what now?
Hosea, the 5th chapter. Going right to the point at verse 15.
Okay. All right. Let me go.
I'm on verse 15.
I'm gonna log on Bible Gateway, so I can try to screen present it. And you said Hosea the 5th chapter, verse 15. Am I correct?
That's right, my brother.
All right.
5 and 15.
Let me put this on screen. Let me take my lower third off. All right, I got it on my screen, brother. Go ahead.
All right, he said, I will go. The Most High God, he said, I will go and return to my place, which is the third heaven. Right? Till they acknowledge their offense. What is our offense against the Most High God? We are a people that will not keep no laws, statutes, and commandments. Everybody know ain't no white Jesus. Everybody know that.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know it.
Exactly.
But you keep going to church on Sunday. See, this is all spiritual. We don't fight against flesh and blood. We fight against spiritual wickedness in high places, right? So until we start to fight that fight, ain't nothing changing. Nothing gonna change.
Let's break it down like this right here, Brother Zachariah, because I really want these folks to understand. You and I dialogue about this all the time. We've been doing it for over a year now. Okay, so when I talk this to these people, man, they, for people, and me and you both, we already know we got some hard-headed brothers and sisters out here that really don't believe that this does take effect. So these laws, statutes, and commandments that you speak on, I read them Deuteronomy 28 chapter 15 through the 68 verse last night. I took some high points out of there, some precepts out of there, and read them to them that had something to do, that tells about the afflictions that we're going through right now via this prison system. All right. So what you reading right now and speaking on the law, statutes, and commandments and keeping the Sabbath holy and, turning toward the God and all of that. Explain to these folks, man, going to church on Sunday. Now, folks take that lightly. They really think that that does not have anything to do with what's going on now. Explain that to them briefly.
All right. Okay. So the bottom line up front, just like Brother Black just laid it out, right? The Most High God, the Black Messiah, have commanded us to keep his laws, statutes, and commandments, right? That commandment that he's referring to is written in Exodus, the 20th chapter, verse 8 through 11. The Most High God said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You cannot keep the Sabbath holy without observing that day. When you go back to Leviticus, the 23rd chapter, and in verse 3, the Most High God commanded a holy convocation on the 7th day, not the first day of the week.
Okay,
The 7th day, not
where you want to go? Where you want to go first? Because I want to be able to show this to these people. Which precept
right.
you want to hit first?
All right, let's go. Let's go to the commandment for the Sabbath. Let's go to Exodus, the 20th chapter.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna look at verses 8 through 11. Exodus 20, 8 through 11.
Yes, sir. I'm already there.
All right. He said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You cannot keep the Sabbath holy without observing that day. That's the day you're supposed to go to what you call church. The Most High said 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work, right? But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God, not the Jews' Sabbath. He said, this is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. That means you don't hire nobody cutting no grass or nothing on the Sabbath day, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's talking about right there,
Mm-hmm.
right? Okay, let's go ahead. He said in verse 11, for in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth, the sea and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Lord blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. He did not do that for the first day of the week.
And the first day of the week falls on Sunday. Now, how in the world do I know the first day of the week is on Sunday, brother? It's we always raised that it was on Monday.
All right. Amen. So let's deal with simplicity. If you got a calendar in your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you got that calendar to use when you go to work and all the other plans you make, you go right to that calendar. You start counting from left to right. Right? Every time your finger hits 7, that is the Sabbath day.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So that's where it starts at right there. But you got to understand God's laws and his times have been changed by man. Right? So God's time goes from evening to evening, but man's time goes from sun to sun. So the Sabbath day come in on Friday when the sun go down, and the Sabbath is going all the way to Saturday till the sun go down. That's a 24-hour period in God's time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
To evening.
Yes,
right?
sir.
Okay, so now let's go back to Leviticus chapter 23 and look at verse 3. We're going to see where the Most High God commanded the holy convocation on the 7th day that we call Saturday.
Leviticus 22 what?
Right? Leviticus chapter 23 and the verse 3, brother.
All right.
Leviticus 23 and the verse 3.
Leviticus
right?
23 and 3.
Right.
All right. I'm there.
Okay. All right. He says 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. Holy convocation means holy gathering. That's when you're supposed to come together and go and worship before the Most High. That's what the holy convocation means right there. Right?
Uh-huh.
He said, you shall do no work therein. It is the Sabbath of the Lord in all your dwellings. That means all your houses. Wherever you are, it is a Sabbath. When that Friday comes and the sun go down, the Sabbath of the Lord is already upon the land.
Mm-hmm.
And the Sabbath going to be there till the next day, till Saturday, till that sun go down. Right?
Exactly.
During this time period when you're supposed to be somewhere, getting yourself in a holy gathering to study the Word of God, to teach your family the Word of God, what you call yourself doing on Sunday, you're supposed to do that on Saturday, not Sunday.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line, right?
Uh-huh.
Now let's go quickly now to the Messiah, right? Because what a lot of people do, they look at the Old Testament of the Bible, right? They don't understand, right? So now let's see what the Messiah did, right? Let's see if he kept the Sabbath or was it the first day of the week, right?
All right.
Let's go quickly to Luke, the 4th chapter. Luke chapter 4. Let's hear verse 14 to 16, brother. Luke, the 4th chapter, verse 14 through 16. Right?
I'm there.
These so-called pastors out here telling you that Jesus kept what? Like Sunday is the day you're supposed to go to church, they lying to you. We're going to read it for you right now.
All right.
Right? Luke, the 4th chapter, and in verse 14, this is what's written in the Word. He said, and Jesus returned in the power of the Spirit into Galilee, and there went a fame of him through all the region round about. And he taught in their synagogues, meaning their places of worship and their temples, being glorified of all. And he came to Nazareth where he had been brought up. And as his custom was, he went into the synagogue, the temple, the place of worship on what? The Sabbath day. And he even stood up for the read. But your pastor ain't reading nothing. Your pastor, well, you know the Lord, yo, hallelujah. And speaking in tongues and gyrating, your pastor ain't reading nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But even the Messiah, the black Messiah, right? Even he came into the synagogue and he started to read the word of God, right? Because if we keep reading, we're going to see where he read the same thing that's quoted in Isaiah, the 61st chapter, right? Now, let's go quickly to Paul right quick. I got to hit the Apostle Paul because all these doggone Sunday Roman Christians go to the writings of Paul to confuse every one of y'all, and y'all fall victim to it because y'all keep running from guys like me.
Okay.
You keep running from me.
Okay.
I don't want that from you.
And for,
right? I don't want that from you.
And for those of y'all that
learn this word.
And for those of y'all that don't know, Luke is in the New Testament. So we just got through reading out of the Old Testament. Now we're in the New Testament. For those that say, well, the New Testament and the Old Testament are different. Okay. Let's show them quickly while we're doing that, though, bro. All right.
So let's go to Isaiah. Let me see, Isaiah the 8th chapter and the verse 20. Isaiah 8 and 20, right quick, right? Isaiah the 8th chapter and the verse 20, real quick, right?
All right, we're there.
Okay. All right. So Isaiah 8 and 20, what did it say? To the law, that means to the Old Testament, and to the testimony, which is talking about the New Testament, right? If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no what? No light in them, meaning no truth. They're lying, right? Because the Most High God commanded, he's telling you right here through the prophet, right? If you're going to teach and preach the word of God, you got to do it from the law to the testimony, from the old book to the new book. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. That is not how your pastor do it on Sunday. Ain't no such thing as no female pastor. A lot of y'all got that Juanita Bynum stuff going on, and you need to run from that. Because it ain't nothing but Jezebel. Nothing but Jezebel and the spirit of the devil standing right there in front of you. Because the Lord said, I suffer not the woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man. Ain't no such thing as a female pastor in the house of the Most High God.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, now let me say this. Let me say this to you too, brother. What I want to do, man, because this is hard for some people to digest. So
yes, it is.
What we just read now is just simply one thing. We're talking about the Sabbath. This is one. This is just one of the many laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. This is what we talk about constantly. But when we feed it to them, I think sometimes, brother, we give them too much at one time. So with that Sabbath, I want you to do me one favor. We just gave them the Sabbath. Now, for the people that's watching, please write that down and study these precepts that we just showed you. It's on video, so you can back it up, look at it. You can stop it, pause it. After we get off, you can go back to it. I'm going to leave it on here. You can go back to it and reference it. So the next thing I want you to do, brother, for me, if you will, is show me in the book. Show these people in the book. Just like I did last night, show these people in the book where it shows and it tells about the situation that's going down in these prisons right now in Deuteronomy 28th chapter. Show these people in the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy where it speaks on what's going on right now about this prison thing.
All right, I'm gonna pull that right now, my brother.
All right. Let me see. And y'all make sure y'all write these precepts down. A lot of y'all can't stand them. Y'all run from them all day long. Y'all got questions about it. It gets frustrating to you, and y'all just leave it alone. But once again,
all right, so
we have to.
So this is what it is.
Okay.
We're going to Isaiah the 42nd chapter, Isaiah chapter 42.
Okay.
And we're gonna pick it up at about verse 20. Isaiah the 42nd chapter and about verse 20, brother.
All right, hold on one second.
Isaiah the 42.
All right.
Isaiah 42. Let me get there.
All right. Isaiah 42.
I'm with my electronic Bible real quick. Isaiah the 42nd chapter, and we're gonna pick it up around at verse 20, right?
Okay.
So now let's flip down here. Let me get there. I'm there. All right. Look what it said in verse 20. Seeing many things, but thou observest not, right? Opening the ears, but he heareth not, right? So when we see in verse 20 what he talking about, right? We see many things, you hear many things, but ain't nobody observing nothing, and you ain't hearing nothing, right? You got guys like me hollering and crying in the wilderness trying to stop you from killing yourself, but you will not stop. You won't stop. You keep running for it. But let's go ahead and read. He said, the Lord is well pleased for his righteousness' sake, right? He will magnify the law and make it honorable, right? But this is a people robbed and spoiled. That's you, so-called African American, right here, verse 20. What he say? But this is a people that's what? Robbed and spoiled, right? They're all of men snared and holes, and they are here where? In prison houses, right? They are a prey, right? And none delivereth. That's what Blakk is reading about with all this stuff he covering that's going on in Mississippi right now. Nobody is delivering our brothers and sisters that's locked away and hid away. And where? In the prison house, right? But why are we there? Well, we will not keep no laws, statutes, and commandments at all. That's the bottom line. But let's go ahead and read, right? He said, and none delivereth, right? For a spoil, and none saith restore. Nobody gonna come and restore us. Don't nobody care that them prisoners are in there laying in their own feces and dying. Don't nobody care. It's a bunch of niggas in there, and they want you to die anyway. Because in Psalm the 83rd chapter, what the book say? That they took crafty counsel to cut us out. That we shall no more become a nation. Never no more become a nation. They cut us completely off, right? And you are not a part of, you're not part of the solution when you out here not keeping God's laws, statutes, and commandments. If your Black Lives Matter, serve your Black God according to the book. Read the book, deal with the book for yourself, get away from the Roman Christians. The Roman Christians are killing you. Ain't no white Jesus, ain't no white God, ain't no white kingdom. None of it. These people gonna be our servants and handmaids at the kingdom to come. That's right.
Tell them again. Tell them that again, brother. These people gonna be what?
Right. They gonna be our servants and our handmaids in the kingdom to come. That's right.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. They're gonna be servants and handmaids for us in the kingdom to come. For those of us that hold true to this word of God and keep this royal law and endure to the end. This is what the big secret has always been. You, Black man, you, Black sister, Black woman, because you are the sons and daughters of the Most High God, and we are the priests of the Most High. We're supposed to teach this holy word of God to all the sons and daughters of Adam. That's what we're supposed to be doing.
Yes, sir.
But all the priests of the Most High God, they bind down the Baal in the damn music industry. They bind down the Baal, and, you know, look what's happening. Hell have enlarged itself, and look what's going on. We hid away in prison houses, right? So the whole thing is, until you start to turn, if you don't stop and turn back to your God according to this book right here, nothing's going to change. Let me show it to you. Let's go quickly, brother, to Isaiah the 58th chapter, verse 13 and 14, right? And I want somebody out there, because I know some smart Christians somewhere listening. I want you to find me something in the holy book that I'm reading from where God promised you anything for going to church on Sunday, the first day of the week, right?
That's that Sabbath, man.
Isaiah the 58th chapter. Isaiah chapter 58, verse 13 and 14. Look what the Black Messiah promised you just for keeping the Sabbath. Look what he promised you just for keeping that Sabbath we was talking about, right? So we at verse 13. Look what he said. He said, if thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath, from doing thy pleasure on my holy day, and call the Sabbath a delight, right? The holy of the Lord honorable, and shall honor him, not doing thine own ways, nor finding thine own pleasure, nor speaking thine own words, right? Then shalt thou delight thyself in the Lord, and I will do what? Cause thee to do what? Ride upon the high places. That sounds a lot better than what our condition is, ain't it?
Yeah.
Huh? We out here in the hood and can't make it. Most say you got more months than money. You can't buy no, you got mouths to feed, you got problems and situations going on, and you keep running out there to Roman Christians, and your soul is not satisfied. Your soul is not satisfied because them pastors ain't showed you how to please the Most High. The way you please God is keeping his laws, statutes, and commandments. That means back away from the pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, catfish, everything that's unclean. Stop going to church on the wrong day. Ain't no damn Christmas. Ain't no daggone New Year to the month of Abib. You got to deal with God's calendar, not the calendar of the Greco-Roman. You are not no Roman.
Yes, sir.
You ain't no Roman.
Now, let me brief.
The Roman crap alone.
Let me briefly ask you this, brother. What about the brothers and sisters that have to feed their families and go to work on Sundays? I mean, on Sabbath.
Okay, you got grace and mercy in the Lord for you to go to work, right? He said it's good to do well on the Sabbath. So if you got a job that you got to go to on the Sabbath day, you go to that job and do what you got to do, but you work on trying to keep it where you don't have to work on the Sabbath. But if you got to work on the Sabbath, you go to work on the Sabbath. You got grace and mercy to do that with, but not to abuse it.
Yes, sir.
That's what the whole thing is.
Yes,
So
sir.
you got room to do that, but you got to come out of that Sunday church. You got to get away from that stuff they got out here running around with this Juanita Bynum and T.D. Jakes and Creflo Dollar trap they got going on. But that is exactly what's killing our minds. We are dying physically and spiritually daily.
Yes, sir.
That's right. And these things this brother's reading about some harsh conditions that people going through, and there ain't no answer to it but what God said. Right? Because he told you in Deuteronomy chapter 30 that he'll turn your captivity. Most of you Negroes right now won't even admit that you're still a slave. You're still in captivity right now. Right now, we are all still captives in this place.
Yes, sir.
We ain't got no freedom.
Yes,
They
sir.
lying about it.
Absolutely.
If we got freedom, where the hell's our brothers at? Why in the world are they doing this stuff to our brothers and sisters that's caught up in the damn system out here?
Right.
Why?
Exactly.
That's what the whole thing is.
All right.
The Most High God, he promised you that he'll cause you to ride upon what? The high places if you just keep the Sabbath.
So you telling
That's just keeping the Sabbath.
So you telling these brothers and sisters this is where they should start right here with all of the solutions
Yes, sir.
that we've been trying all of these years. This is the only thing that we have not tried. So
That's right.
Now I went to a rally earlier today, okay, and there was this sister out there, man. I felt bad for her. I really can't lie. I felt bad for her. There's another sister trying to pray for her, but she got a son that's locked up in the system. All of this madness is going on. She's scared to speak on it because she does not want to put her son in jeopardy. You know what I'm saying, with the system.
Right.
And also she wants badly to speak on it, but she was just sitting on the ground, man, crying. You know, she was just crying. She just didn't know what to do. And you could read about this. You could read about this in the Torah. You know,
Yeah, when you go to Isaiah the 3rd chapter, you read about the Most High God, what it said about the daughter of Zion with the horse and stretched forth neck. What's her fate in the end, though? At verse 24, didn't it say that she'll be sitting upon the ground?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That's what you saw, ain't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amen.
Okay.
That's right. So the Black Messiah is real. He's real, and these laws, statutes, commandments will work if you will apply it. You can't talk about this. You got to be about this thing right here.
Yes, sir.
You got to be about it. Because when you start to keep these laws, statute, commandments, everybody going to hate you. You think you got something going on now? You wait till you start walking in this word of God. Everybody going to hate you. But I praise the Lord. I love it. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
It gives me more energy when I see them hating on me. Because you know what? 'Cause I know it's going to happen at the point in time. At the point in time, the Most High God, with these ignorant, uninformed people, don't understand. He said they're going to be saviors. I'm going to be sitting on the throne with Christ. And you're going to have to look at Zechariah up in Israel again one day. Huh? So I'm going to be right there with him when we put your ass in the lake of fire because you didn't want to keep no law, statutes, and commandments. I'm telling you, black people, that's what we got to go do. You got to turn back to this book. Stop running around. You're messing around with stuff because everybody say this and that about the Bible and this and that. But you know what? This Bible speaks directly to your condition and tell you how to get out your condition.
Absolutely.
That's the truth about it.
Absolutely.
That is the truth about it right there.
Yes, sir.
Right? So if you try it, you can't knock it till you try it. You got to get up and try this right here.
Right.
Stop going to church on the wrong day. Stop spending your money in them damn Roman Christian churches. Them folk getting rich while you getting poor.
Exactly.
That's what the whole thing is.
I appreciate.
I told you in the prophet Ezekiel, the 34th chapter. They take the fat for themselves and clothe you with the wool.
Right.
You ain't got nothing, and your soul is not satisfied.
I want you to I want you to do me a favor, brother, if you can, man. Tomorrow night I want to do a part 2 on this one because I want to read these folks the rest of this these conditions, man, and then also give them some solutions. See, and the parts that we read, because me and this brother have been back and forth with this man for over a year. The same thing for over a year, and I have, you know, it's a lot of people that have looked at it. You know, I can't front on that. There's a lot of people that looked at it, and a lot of people have changed. But we need more to change. But we're not gonna wrestle with you. We're not gonna make it. We ain't gonna make you take it. We can only give you the information. It's up for you to do it. So, brother, if you would, I want you to come back with me tomorrow night and read some more of this. Right now, he has put the Sabbath in front of you, and he given you out of the book of Isaiah, some of the precepts that explain what is going on with this Mississippi prison system right now. Rehab or reform. Yeah. How do you reform? How do you reform? Law, statutes, and commandments.
Let me read that for you real quick. Let me read the Reformation on my way out the door, brother, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Okay.
All
right. So we're going to the book of Zephaniah, the 2nd chapter.
All right.
Zephaniah chapter 2, and I'm gonna start reading at verse 1.
Turn the heater down over there, woman.
2 and verse 1.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready, brother.
All right, I'm trying to get this heat turned down here right. My wife got this heat blasting.
That's what it is.
All right,
all right. You know what I'm talking about? And this right here is the mission statement for the ROI Bible study class.
All right.
Right? But Zephaniah chapter 2 and verse 1, this is your ingredient for reformation, people. Right? And you can take it or leave it. Right? This is what he said. Gather yourselves together. Yea. Gather together, O nation not desired. That's not what we're doing. Let's go ahead and read. He said, before the decree bring forth. Let's talk about that instruction. When the Black Messiah come, he going to fill the places with the dead body. The Jesus, they lying. You know why? Because the Jesus play this Bible, he going to do a lot of killing when he return. Right? That's what it's talking about in verse 2 here. Before the decree bring forth, before the day pass as the chaff, before the fierce anger of the Lord come upon you. Before the day of the Lord's anger come upon you. What we got to do? Seek ye the Lord, all ye meek of the earth, right? Which have wrought his judgment, right? Seek righteousness, seek meekness, right? It may be, right? You shall be hid in the day of the Lord's anger, right? So that's Zephaniah the 2nd chapter, verse 1 through 3. Those are the instructions on how we got to reform as a people. He said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. I'm in North Carolina, and some of y'all out there in Mississippi, we're too black and everywhere else, and y'all know damn well it don't matter which side of America we on. We are the nation that's not desired. Don't nobody want us around.
Y'all heard that. Please hear that. And understand
that's what the whole thing is.
Yes, sir.
It don't matter if you're on the east side of the U.S., the north side, the south side, no matter where you from in the U.S., if you are a so-called Negro in this land, these people don't want you around. They want to put you in the prison house and forget about you, like my brother reading about tonight. That's what the whole thing is. So this is one of the biggest first steps we've got to make as a people to reformation, right? Reforming ourselves before this body of the devil out here. That's what's going on.
Exactly.
That's what's going on.
Right? All right.
He said, gather yourselves together, O nation not desired. We got to put away hatred and all this stuff. Look at some of these things that the Bible said. Let me end this off like this right here. He said, love thy neighbor thyself, right?
Yes, sir.
And you wonder why the black people can't seem to love each other. You know why? Because you're looking for a white God in the face of your black brother. You can't. You understand that? Do you understand what I just told you?
Yes, sir.
Looking at two black, looking for a white man, we ain't gonna never get no damn where. That's right. When I see two black, I got to see the Most High in him. When I see two black, I got to see the Most High in him. He got to see the Most High in me. But we both look like him.
Exactly.
That's the bottom line. That's how you love your neighbor as yourself. But you got to understand who the hell your neighbor is. Your neighbor is the one that's down here in the trenches going through hell with you. That's your neighbor. That's your neighbor.
That's heavy there, brother.
That's the bottom line up front.
All right, we're gonna let y'all ride with that one tonight. Y'all make sure y'all come back to this and write these precepts down. I showed them to you. I went through them.
Yes, sir.
He read them to you.
Amen. And I got a hit list for all these Roman Christians, right? If you got a pastor, the pastor post job, send them to me. Stand up to me. And that's what I do is spank their behind and you know what I'm talking about?
What?
Reframe the face of the liar, man.
What you do?
That's what the bottom line is, Capacity. Huh?
What you do to him, man?
Spank that behind and reform the face of the liar. That's right, knocking them jaws and everything loose, lying through their damn tongue, lying through their teeth, holding the truth and unrighteousness, sleeping with all our sisters and our children out here. That's
man,
right.
hey, don't go too hard on them tonight,
Send
man.
them out here. Send them. Cause you know what? When they see Brother Zachariah Benioff hit the block, they haul ass. I'll tell you right now.
Already.
Right, they see me coming that Jesus truck, dog. They haul ass. They're like, wait a minute. Uh-oh.
Here he come. He finna bust us loose again.
Yes, sir. And that's what it is. And see what it is, family? I keep doing that because I love my people.
Yes, sir.
I love my people. It hurts me when I ride through the hood and see these conditions of our people.
Right.
And this stuff ain't changing.
Yes, sir.
It's not changing because we're not changing.
Mm-hmm.
I got pissed off yesterday, Black. I heard about that preacher from some so-called preacher down there in Florida, some bishop.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga done slept with all kind of children down there. Some nigga, I think I sent you that story, man.
I got the fact. You sent it on social media, or did you text it to me?
I sent it to you. I think I texted it out to you.
Okay.
But what it is, the thing that was so sick about it is, see, these grown Negroes were sitting right there. People heard rumors about stuff and knew stuff was going on, and they knew that man was sleeping with them damn babies, and nobody didn't stop it. Nobody didn't stop it. This stuff went on over 10 years.
That's crazy.
He finally got his ass convicted. Right?
Man, that is crazy. That is crazy.
All right, but they talking about the Holy Ghost is in the Sunday church. You won't bet that.
Let me ask you something else before we get off here, man.
Go ahead.
I got, like I said, man, we've been dialoguing for over a year. And I asked you this the other night, but I want to ask you this in front of the public, man, so you can get an answer, man. And I wanted to come out of somebody else's mouth. You got the mothers and the fathers and the grandmothers and the grandfathers and the uncles and the aunts that we love so dearly. We love them, man, and they will not abide by these laws, statutes, and commandments. And we got to love them. We got to love them. How do we love our family members and our close friends, man, that we love so dearly, and they refuse to keep these laws, statutes, and commandments?
All right.
Even the ones, and in light of that, even the ones that's in the prison system.
Right. Okay. So what got to happen is you got to understand what God said love is, not what some preacher said, not even me. Right? We got to read what God said it is. So we're gonna hit the two precepts and the points right here at 1 John 5 and 3. 1 John 5 and 3. This is the love of God. Then we're gonna read the love between brothers and sisters, between each other that we're supposed to have. Right?
Exactly.
Okay? So 1 John, the 5th chapter, and the verse 3, this is what the book say right here, right? He said, for this is the love of God. So this is the love of God, that we keep his commandments, and his commandments are not grievous. That's how you show the Most High that you love him, by keeping his commandments, right?
Right.
Because what it say? This is the love of God. This is the very love of God.
Right.
If you keep God's laws, statutes, commandments, right, then the love of God is going to be perfected in you.
Right.
In your works. So faith without works is dead. Right? All right, so now, 2 John chapter 1 and the verse 6. We're going right to the point on the love we're supposed to have between each other. Right? Because apparently the Sunday church got it wrong. They're in there having sex and molesting everybody and all kind of stuff, right? So let's see from the book to understand what God say that love is. 2 John 1 and 6, what it say? And this is love, that we walk after his commandments. This is the commandment that as ye have heard from the beginning, ye shall walk in it. So that's how you show love to your enemies. You know, the Bible tell you to love your enemies, right? That's how you love your enemies. Even the people that hate you, how can you show them love? You keep God's law, his statute commandments. That's what you do. You don't get cut off.
And one more,
you obey the Most High.
And one more precept I want to add with that, man, is transgress not the law for the sake of love.
All right. Yeah, so that's in the prophet Jeremiah.
Uh-huh.
Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter. Jeremiah, the 2nd chapter, and verse 33.
I want to put
Jeremiah
it on.
2 and 33, right? Okay? So the Most High God asked a question to the prophet Jeremiah. He said, why trimmest thou thy way to seek love?
Mm-hmm.
Therefore, hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways, right?
Right.
When you turn the ways of the Most High God so you can get along with every damn body, now you done taught these people you trying to get along with, right, how to be wicked.
Exactly.
You done show them, it don't matter. You a little bit of bacon won't hurt nothing. No, you don't know. You get a little bit, right?
Right.
Oh, you can't do that right there.
Grandmama's feeding that to them grandbabies.
That's right. Cause look what he said in verse 34. He said, "Also in thy skirts is found the blood of the souls of the poor innocents." Right? Because you done deceived somebody by what you've done, right?
Yes,
That's
sir.
what the whole thing is. He said, "I have not found it by secret search." So the Most High said, "I ain't found it by secret search, but upon all these." Because when he look upon the children of Israel right now today, that's what he see. Everybody's turning the ways of the Most High God to seek love from mama them, cousin them, auntie them, all kind of stuff, right? That's what's going on. That's what's happening, right?
Exactly.
So now,
Exactly.
let's see what the Black Messiah said about that one.
Uh-huh.
Matthew 10 and 37. Matthew 10 and 37. Right? See, this is that stuff to break your heart. Right? Because you got to make a decision. Are you going to go with auntie them to the lake of fire? Or are you going to go to the kingdom of God? He said, seek after your own salvation with fear and trembling.
Uh-huh.
That's what the business is right there. So Matthew the 10th chapter and in verse 37 now. Look what the Black Messiah got written here. He said, he that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. So if you love mom and daddy so much, you ain't going to keep this royal law, you ain't worthy of the Messiah. If you're not worthy of him, you're not worthy of the kingdom. So why do you need to be saved? That's the question.
Man,
Let's go ahead and read.
That's hard, man. That's hard.
Yes, sir, it is. And that's what we got to deal with now.
Yes, sir.
Right? But we know we got fathers and mothers out here that's wicked now. Everybody ain't no holy. Some of them is wicked as hell. And some of them will choose Satan the devil. Some of them is wicked and evil. And they're going to choose Satan the devil.
Exactly.
That's what's going on. But let's finish this out. Look what he said. Right? He said, and he that loveth what? Son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. That's the bottom line. Right? That's right. So the same way that he's referring to your mama now, he's talking the same thing about your sons and daughters. Because a lot of us got wicked-ass kids that will not obey father and mama. You trying to save them, they running the other way. Right? So what you going to do? The Most High saying you're going to trim away my ways, right? And you're going to run up to your wicked-ass son or daughter that Satan already got. You can't do nothing about it.
That's rough, bro.
So
That's rough.
So you can get cut off too? That's the bottom line, right? And for that lazy, lukewarm Christian, let's go ahead and read. What it say? And he that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. Notice what he said in verse 38. He that taketh not his cross and followeth after me is not worthy of me. So Jesus kept the Sabbath. If you keep going to Sunday church, you ain't worthy of him. And therefore, you ain't worthy of the kingdom. You don't need no salvation. The lake of fire, you signed up for the lake of fire, not the kingdom.
Yes, sir.
That is the bottom line.
Yes, sir.
Because if you say that you worthy of Christ, right, you're supposed to do what? Follow after him.
Yes, sir.
That's right. It was his custom to keep the Sabbath.
Yes, sir.
Christ did not co-sign no pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster.
Right.
Neither did any apostle nor no prophet.
Yes,
But
sir.
your uninformed, lying Roman Christian pastors is out here, and Satan have trained them to deceive you in the writings of Paul, right? That you're going to twist to your own destruction.
Yes, sir. All right.
Where rise, seek to kill and eat.
That's it.
Oh, all I got to do is pray over. You're going to do that right there, and you're going to cut yourself off. Because the Most High said he's going to kill you for eating that swine.
Yes, sir.
Bottom line, that damn pork chop going to get you killed.
Exactly.
That's it.
All right, we at the top of the hour, brother. We're gonna cut this short at 2 hours, man. I got about 40 seconds. I appreciate you for calling in, man. My brother Zachariah gonna be back with he gonna be back with me tomorrow night, man. We're gonna have part 2 of this one right here. All right. I thank y'all for listening. All right, Blakk Too Strong Mega-Blast.
Thank y'all for having me, brother.
Yes, sir.
Peace, everybody out there. in the name of the black Messiah, Jesus the Christ, that the Bible speak of.
Exactly.
He is a black man. There ain't no white Jesus, y'all. Peace.
All right, brother. Appreciate you, man.
All right, my beloved. Peace out, bro.
This world today, I don't have one thing to say. Life ain't easy. Life ain't fair. Life is good. Life is bad. Life is all that we have. Life ain't easy.
You know I knock at the door, but still I get no answers. And if I had the chance, I'd make a change for the better in this world, in these times that we living in. I'm reaching for the heavens, trying to make something out of none. Can't be front, I hear stun, talking loud, saying nothing. Currency chasing cross, country been ducking and punches all my life. Sleep by day, creep by night, hustling hard to make it right. Did the crime, pay the price, and damn it feel good just to step up in the spotlight. One time by outside and all my homies dead, died, dealing with the hard